Guardian?
Eyesupsaf.
Eyes up, YouTube. We got another build for you guys today, and today we are retaking a look at the Prismatic Getaway Artist build. This build has had so many changes, especially with the new buffs that Bungie has brought out, and oh my god, is it destroying things. I think this is by far one of the best Warlock builds that you're ever going to come across for this current season. Now, obviously, things are going to change in Renegades or whatever the case may be, but right now, if you're not using this thing, what are you doing? Anyway, enjoy the gameplay, enjoy the showcase, and I'll see you guys back after. Yeah, that's right. So as you guys saw in -40 content, we're able to just absolutely destroy everything, have really great survivability, and then we pair that with our armor set that we put on, and we get even more damage reduction, but that part's not really too important. Anyway, let's go ahead and get right into the build. So first of all, we are running the Prismatic subclass. The super is completely your choice. I like to use Needlestorm personally just because the Threadlings do increase damage right now with pack tactics, and they can also stun unstoppable champions, and we get our super back extremely fast. In this particular build, since we're focusing a lot on doing most of our damage utilizing our constructs, our Arc Soul, as well as our Hellion, I like to put more of a focus into that and use a super that we can just dump and keep going with our gameplay. But if you prefer, you can definitely still use Song of Flame. Nova Bomb is still a great choice. It's completely up to you. The super does not make or break the build in any way, shape, or form. Now, moving into the abilities, we are running Phoenix Dive for the low cooldown. We're using Arcane Needle because we get 3 charges of it, and we're also using Storm Grenade to take advantage of Getaway Artist. Now, the aspects that we're running in this build is Hellion as well as Feed the Void. I did try this out by using Hellion as well as Bleak Watcher, and that build works really well. It's a very, very fun build to use, but if you're going to use it in content that's not too difficult. The reason that I say that is because Feed the Void just works so well for the regeneration. We don't really lean into it too heavily for the survivability because there's other ways to gain survivability. Just as an example, if you are going to use Bleak Watcher, all you would have to do is change this to Facet of Mending, so that way your grenade final blows give you cure, and then you solve the survivability issue. But Feed the Void is just too good for the grenade regeneration. Now, going into our fragments, we are running Facet of Protection for added damage resistance. We're using Facet of Dominance because it allows our Arc Souls to jolt all of the targets on the field, offering a debuff, and it also takes care of Overload champions. And then we're using Facet of Hope, so while we have an elemental buff, we get our class ability back extremely fast. We're always going to be amplified with this build, so Facet of Hope is an easy choice. And then lastly, we're running Facet of Courage, so our Arc, Solar, and Void abilities deal increased damage to targets with a Darkness debuff. So going into the weapons for this build, they're completely up to you. They're 100% interchangeable. You can use whatever you want. This is just the weapon setup that I currently am running because it works the best for me. Mint Retrograde is just really strong for anti-barrier champions. Then Yeartide Apex is probably one of the best submachine guns in the game currently. So, I mean, I just have a lot of fun using it. And then I finally got Finality's Augur, so I've been using this on everything. But you can also use Wolfsbane if you want to. The only problem with Wolfsbane is since we're not leaning heavily into the weapon stat here, you're going to be a little bit hungry for ammo when you're using something like Wolfsbane or any other sword. So that's completely up to you. But since we are already kind of leaning into the constructs here by using Arc Soul and Hellion, I figured, hey, why not have another turret up? Finality's Augur works really well. Going into our stat distribution, if you can get to 200 stat on Grenade, do it 100%. I don't have the gear to be able to do 200 stat on Grenade and also have 100 on Super and 98 on Class. So unfortunately, I can't get to 200 Grenade, but if you do, that damage buff is even better. Then we are running 100 on Super, and we're having our Class as high as we possibly can. I would love to get to 100 Class, but again, I don't have the gear for it currently. Now, going into our helmet, we are running double Ashes to Assets as well as 1 Radiant Light. Going into our gloves, we're running double firepower so we can just continue to create orbs like crazy. In our chest piece, we have our normal resist mods. In our boots, we are running 1 Better Already for some added survivability, as well as 2 Absolutions, so that way every time we do pick up an orb of power, we're reducing all of our cooldowns. You can switch this out if you want to and run just Innervation, so you can go double Innervation if you care more about your grenade cooldown, or you can go Insulation if you care more about your class ability cooldown, but I do like to have my melee regen as well, so I like to run 2 Absolutions. Going into our bond, we're running 1 Reaper for additional orb generation. We're running Powerful Attraction because we're using our class ability so much that we're going to be able to just suck up all the orbs that we create on the field. And then since we're using our class ability so much and we care more so about the grenade cooldown, every time we do use our class ability, we help our grenade come back faster. Going into our artifact here, it's pretty simple, just kind of like a normal artifact setup that we usually run. We have Threadling Proliferation with Pack Tactics as well as Energy Acceleration since we are using Mint Retrograde. We have Cauterized Darkness because we are going to be debuffing stuff, so having the extra solar damage works really well. We're using Fever and Chill since we are using solar weapons. We like to get that radiant buff from that. And then we are using Shield Crush. We're going to have Amplified all the time, so it allows our grenades to recharge faster and deal increased damage. So Shield Crush is really, really good. Now, in terms of our armor itself, this is really the only time I'd recommend using something, but Smoke Jumper set's actually pretty good for most content in the game. I'm only running a 2-piece Smoke Jumper set here, so it says when you pick up an orb of power, you gain a brief period of rapidly decaying damage reduction. This just kind of helps a little bit more with the survivability if you get yourself in a pickle. But all in all, that is the build. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the showcase. I think this is probably, again, one of the strongest builds on Warlock this season. Prismatic just allows you to take advantage of so many different options that work really well. Now, the next build that we're going to be looking at is the Controverse Hold Void build. I've been testing it out and working out with it a little bit, and it's absolutely destroying content as well. But I did want to give you guys this one because this is an absolute banger of a build. If you guys like it, leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subbed to the channel already, I would definitely appreciate that. And if you guys would change anything about the build, leave that down below as well. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.